this sticky black resin refuses to become a gummy. Here's how manufacturers finally solved that problem. But first, imagine standing in the majestic Himalayas, at the elevations where shilajit is harvested, watching as the summer sun slowly melts the winter ice. As this happens, something remarkable occurs. A mysterious blackish-brown substance oozes from the cracks in the rocks. This, my friends, is shilajit, and its journey from mountain resin to modern gummy supplement is nothing short of fascinating. Shilajit isn't something created in a lab by scientists wearing white coats. It's nature's own creation, formed over centuries through a process that would make even the most patient person look impatient. When plant matter gets trapped between layers of rock in the Himalayas, something powerful happens. Over hundreds, sometimes thousands of years, the organic material undergoes a profound transformation under the immense pressure of the mountains and the region's unique microbiological activity. What makes this process so special is the combination of altitude, temperature fluctuations, and mineral-rich environment. The Himalayan mountains create the perfect pressure cooker for transforming ancient plant matter into this nutrient-dense substance. But not just any mountain will do. The highest altitudes cited in peer-reviewed studies sit comfortably between 10,000 and 14,000 feet. Above 16,000 feet, such activity becomes increasingly rare, and by 18,000 feet, it's virtually non-existent. Shilajit from regions spanning Nepal, Tibet, and northern India is considered superior due to the specific mineral composition of these areas. While many of us are just discovering shilajit, this powerful substance has shaped Ayurvedic medicine for over 3 millennia. Known as the destroyer of weakness and conqueror of mountains, it appears in foundational texts like the Charaka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita, works that specifically describe it as a powerful rejuvenator. In these traditions, shilajit wasn't just another supplement. It was revered as a rasayana, or rejuvenating substance, believed to balance all 3 doshas, bodily energies. Practitioners used it primarily to enhance vitality, support immunity, and promote longevity. They believed it contained the strength and essence of the mountains themselves. What's particularly fascinating is how detailed these ancient texts were about the proper harvesting, purification, and application of shilajit. They understood, even thousands of years ago, that raw shilajit needed careful processing to remove impurities before consumption, knowledge that modern science has only recently confirmed. The harvesting of shilajit remains one of the most labor-intensive collection processes in the natural supplement world. Traditional harvesting methods haven't changed much in centuries, and for good reason. They work. Indigenous collectors, often from families who have harvested shilajit for generations, trek to remote mountain locations during specific months when the resin naturally exudes from rock fissures. The optimal collection period typically runs from May to early June, when winter ice has melted and conditions are most favorable for collection. These skilled harvesters identify the telltale black streaks on mountainsides and carefully scrape the raw resin using specialized tools. Traditionally, collectors have used wooden or bone implements. However, modern harvesters often employ stainless steel instruments for improved sanitation and durability. This process is not only physically demanding, but potentially dangerous, requiring climbers to navigate steep mountain terrain and sometimes rappel down cliff faces to reach prime collection spots. A good collector might harvest only a few kilograms of raw resin after days of work. In recent years, as demand has skyrocketed, commercial operations have attempted to industrialize this process. However, mass harvesting raises serious sustainability concerns. Overharvesting threatens both the ecological balance of these fragile mountain ecosystems and the quality of the shilajit itself. The best producers maintain strict harvesting quotas and work closely with local communities to ensure sustainable practices. Once the raw shilajit is harvested from the mountains, it begins a journey through multiple purification stages. This isn't just a modern safety precaution. Traditional Ayurvedic texts have long emphasized the importance of shodhana, or the purification of shilajit, before consumption. Raw shilajit contains natural impurities, such as plant debris, silt, and occasionally heavy metals, which must be removed. Traditional methods involve dissolving the resin in water, filtering through cloth, and slowly evaporating to concentrate the beneficial compounds. Modern commercial production follows these same principles, but uses more sophisticated technology to ensure consistency. The process begins with preliminary cleaning to remove visible impurities. The raw resin is then dissolved in purified water and filtered through progressively finer membranes to remove particulate matter and potential contaminants. Throughout this process, specialized filtration systems preserve the fulvic acid and other bioactive compounds that give shilajit its potency. Finally, controlled evaporation concentrates the extract to standardized levels of fulvic acid. Quality manufacturers test at multiple stages to ensure purity and effectiveness. Creating shilajit gummies presents unique challenges that manufacturers have had to overcome through creative formulation. The primary issue? Shilajit is inherently a dark, tar-like substance that doesn't naturally lend itself to the stable, chewy texture consumers expect in gummies. The breakthrough came when formulators discovered that binding shilajit to specific carriers improved not just the texture, but also, potentially, the bioavailability of the active compounds. Many manufacturers use a combination of pectin or gelatin bases, along with natural stabilizers, to create a shelf-stable product that maintains potency. The typical production process involves mixing the purified shilajit extract with the gummy base ingredients, which typically include a combination of fruit, pectin or gelatin, natural sweeteners, citric acid for tanginess, and plant-based colors. This mixture is then heated to create a homogeneous solution before being poured into molds and cooled to set. What makes quality shilajit gummies stand out is the preservation of the fulvic acid complex throughout the manufacturing process. Some brands have patented methods to ensure these compounds remain bioactive despite the heat required in gummy production. The quality of shilajit products varies dramatically across the market, and nowhere is this more evident than in the sourcing of the raw material. Authentic shilajit primarily comes from specific mountainous regions, with the Himalayas being the most renowned source. However, explosive market growth has led to concerns about sustainability and authenticity. High-quality manufacturers implement strict testing protocols throughout production. This typically includes testing for heavy metal content, microbial contamination, fulvic acid concentration, authenticity markers, specific mineral profiles, residual solvents from the extraction process. The gold standard involves third-party laboratory verification of these quality measures, with certificates of analysis available to consumers. The most transparent brands now provide detailed supply chain documentation, allowing consumers to trace their shilajit from the mountain source to the finished product. What was once a niche Ayurvedic supplement has transformed into a mainstream wellness product, mainly through the power of e-commerce and digital marketing. In recent years, social media influencers and wellness advocates have popularized shilajit among fitness enthusiasts and biohackers. The convenience and appealing taste of gummy formats have accelerated this adoption, making what was once an esoteric resin accessible to everyday consumers. This explosive growth presents both opportunities and challenges for the industry. Ensuring responsible harvesting practices and maintaining quality standards at scale will determine whether shilajit remains a treasured natural resource or becomes another victim of its own popularity. Thank you for watching another episode of Everyday Nuggets. If you enjoyed this episode, please like and subscribe for more videos. If you have suggestions for other everyday things you'd like to know about, please leave them in the comments below. Stay curious.